one of the difficult things with phase is, it can be in phase at certain frequencies and out of phase at different frequencies. And so the auto align Sound Radix thing, it is good at finding a good phase relationship, but it might not necessarily be the right phase relationship, because unless they're like nearly identical kind of sine waves, then there's an obvious like, okay, that's obviously out of phase and that's obviously in phase. A lot of times it's a little bit more gray than that. And, having it be in phase in the lowest frequencies causes it to be out of phase maybe around 100 hertz and then back in phase at 200 hertz, which sounds really cool, and it actually gives room for something else to kind of live in that space. And so it's less about finding the right phase and more finding the phase that gets things closest to where you want it. And,
I love this. Yeah, this is so cool.
It's hard, and it's
like nudge and like trial and error. Like you
error.
You like loop a section, nudge, and just like keep nudging until it sounds perfect. To
and
your
that's
ears.
a lot of times why when there's multiple kick samples that are all doing different things and have different sine wave bases to them, like different fundamentals.
Sure.
You get one, you say, okay, here's my first kick sound. I'm going to just tweak it a little bit just to cut out some mids or whatever. And you kind of get it sounding the way you want. Then you add the second one, and that addition changes the phase relationship. Now you're kind of nudging and playing with that to try and find a spot phase wise where it sounds cool and it sounds additive and it sounds like you're adding to the sound rather than, sucking something away.
Right. Yeah.
Then you try and add a third one, and now it's having a relationship to both of those. And it's just like, you can see how insane it gets so fast. And if you have 5 or 6 kick samples, it's like, it's literally impossible to find the relationship, volume balance versus phase shift versus slightly timing shift. It's just, so in a lot of times I'll again, going back to the intent of the artist, trying to understand the intent of adding all those kicks. So this is obviously the main kick. They brought this one in. What were they trying to get? They're obviously trying to get some extra low end out of this one because this one's super subby. This one's super clicky. So they're obviously. So can I get that by adding something to the original kick? Can I add some upper harmonics to the original, or can I shave off all of the low end of this clicky kick and just have the click, and maybe that'll interact less with the low end phase and still add what they were trying to add with this sample?
Yeah. I love this. This is so fun. This is great.
I know.
This is like the philosophy of low end, and I've never heard it put this way, and I'm really enjoying hearing what you have to say about this. So thank you for sharing all that. Yeah.